Hello?
There you are. What the hell time do you get to the office?
I'm at my desk 10 minutes before I need to be every morning, which means you track me down. The question is why?
Because we've got a situation.
What did you do now?
I didn't do anything. One of my transport flights was carrying some art. Apparently the hold depressurized and one of the pieces got damaged.
What kind of art?
The expensive kind.
Well, then it had to be insured, so what's the problem?
The problem is the insurance inspector just left here and the son of a bitch has got the balls to say they'd be suing me for the damages.
All right, I'll get into it. Who's the insurance company?
Dexhart Insurance Group. What's the matter? Is that going to be a problem?
Just tell me, have the papers been filed yet?
Why do you think I'm calling you this early?
Samantha, we need to talk.
Let me guess, Gavin called you.
He did.
Then you know we have a conflict, which means one of us has to drop their client. So, do you have Gavin's private line, or do you need me to give it to you?
I don't need anything, because you're going to call up Dexhart Insurance and tell them you can't handle this particular matter.
Are you kidding me? You wouldn't even have Gavin if it weren't for me.
It doesn't matter how I got him. I'm not dropping him.
Alex, I told you the guy isn't worth the trouble. View this as an opportunity to cut him loose and be done with it.
Wait a second. Did your client say they wanted to sue mine, or did you suggest it to them?
What difference does it make?
The difference is I thought we were past this. But if this is how you're making your play for named partner, it's not going to work.
The only play I'm making is to protect my client from yours. Because Gavin sabotaged that plane, and I know that because I know everything else he's done.
And you just admitted using privileged information against a former client. And I could have you tossed off this just for that.
You mean information like using a member of your client's family against them?
That's not breaking privilege, and you know it.
And neither is catching that asshole with his hand in the cookie jar.
Cut the bullshit, Samantha, and step out of the ring. Because this thing isn't happening no matter how much you want it to.
I don't want it. My client does. And I've never stepped out of a ring in my life. So either call Gavin or someone can do it for you because this case is moving forward.
Samantha, whatever it is, now is not the time.
Too bad. We have a problem, and his name is Gavin Andrews.
What now with that man?
Long story short, Dexhart Insurance needs to sue Starboard Airlines.
And how exactly is that supposed to happen when we represent them both?
Why do you think I'm here?
Oh, you better not be here to get me to tell Alex to drop his client.
Robert, you know Gavin is not worth a headache. He needs to go.
Here's a better idea. Since you and Alex each just lost a client, these two clients stay.
What?
You think I wouldn't find out about that Rand Caldor shit?
Robert, I was gonna...
Listen to me. This firm is under attack. We can't do this right now.
What do you mean under attack?
That's none of your concern. What is your concern is fixing this situation.
And how do we do that when neither client is gonna back down?
I'll tell you how. You and Alex stop acting like children. Get your clients in a room and get them to settle.
And what do you propose we do when that doesn't work?
Samantha, instead of taking up more time that I don't have, I propose you make it work.
Finally, I've been looking for you.
Why? You got another lawsuit to drop?
Actually, I have a settlement to reach.
Are they putting something in this coffee? Because it sounds like you're backing off.
Alex, Robert doesn't want either one of us losing any more business right now.
You mean you asked him to make me drop Gavin and he said no?
The important thing is keeping both clients wasn't a request, it was an order.
Which means we need to figure out a way to stay out of court.
We do.
Well, I'm not selling out my client just to please Robert Zane, so what exactly are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that we do what two people that like to go to war sometimes have to do. Find a way to make peace. As your lawyers, it is our job to go to war for you. Most of the time, that means going to court.
The thing is, court is ugly, expensive, and most of all, it's risky. So last night, Samantha and I came up with a way to avoid all that.
The painting in question had a market value of $120 million. Our proposal is that Starboard Airlines pay 45% with no admission of fault.
Let me get this straight. You want me to pony up $50 million when we didn't do anything wrong?
Gavin, it's a compromise. There's got to be pain on both sides.
Well, I see that's a lot of pain on mine and not enough on theirs.
And you've got exposure for the full 120, so I'd say you're getting a hell of a deal.
Well, I don't really care what you say.
Then I'll say it. If anybody's coming out ahead here, it's you, and I don't like it.
Nina, listen to me.
No, I did listen to you. 2 days ago when you said this shady son of a bitch destroyed that painting intentionally and you'd prove it.
I don't believe it.
Shady son of a bitch. Is that how you talk about your former clients?
Gavin.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Nina, this deal puts money on the table now. You don't take it, I will appeal this thing till 2020 and not break a sweat.
Assuming we don't get it tossed, which we will, knowing what I do about how you and your company do business.
About how I do business. You gonna let him push us around like that?
Alex, this thing is a loser for you. Get your client under control.
Don't tell me how to handle my client when you started this whole thing. And don't talk to me about this case being a loser. You're lucky we're even in here.
Bullshit. You're lucky we're in here. We go to court and I will clean your clock.
Bring it on.
If only we could.
As far as I'm concerned, you can, because I've had enough of this. You want my money, Samantha, come and take it, because I'm not signing any deals with anyone.
I talk to you for a second?
What about?
About the fact that I've had it with Samantha Willis Bull.
Down. What's going on?
What's going on is she deliberately encouraged Dexhart Insurance to sue my client, and I'm tired of tiptoeing around the situation.
Meaning?
I want to go toe-to-toe with her in trial.
You want us to go to trial representing both clients?
Harvey, I was in a room with all sides today. They want to fight as much as I do. They'll waive conflict.
And that would work, Alex, except we can't afford having two partners fighting a death match in front of the whole world when we need to look unified.
What do you mean when we need to look unified? What's going on?
I don't want to get into it, but we're handling it.
Well, here's the thing, Harvey. We're not unified. And even if we were, those two clients aren't going to settle. So like it or not, my next move is going to court to get it kicked off this case.
Samantha, if you're here about your case against Starboard Airlines,
You know about that?
I'm a named partner. It's my business to know when one of our attorneys files suit against another.
Well, while we're on the subject of filing things, Alex Williams filed this.
This is a motion to force you to recuse yourself.
Yeah, he's trying to get me kicked off my own case, which means you're going to kick him off instead.
Wait, what?
You heard me. Alex is going to drop Gavin Andrews, and you're going to make him do it.
No, you want that done, you go to Robert.
Robert's not here, and I need it done now.
Well, I can't do it for you.
You can and you will because you owe me.
Oh, no, you don't get to call in that for this.
I get to call it in for whatever I want. Because you came to me and made me drop Delta, and then I went against Robert when you wanted back on the case he took from you. So we are dropping Gavin Andrews whether you like it or not.
What the do you think you're doing?
Whoa, Alex, calm down.
You told my client we're dropping him, and you want me to calm down. You're lucky I'm not putting you on the floor right now.
Listen to me. I had to do it. It was the only way.
The only way to what? Screw me over.
Alex, I owed Samantha. The only way for me to get out of it was to do this for her.
So you put her over me.
No, I didn't. Because if she wasn't asking for this, she'd be asking me to back her for named partner when the time comes, instead of me and Harvey backing you for named partner right now.
You're telling me I'm named partner because I didn't get the memo.
Harvey's going to Zane as we speak.
Well, Lewis, the second you put my name on the door, I will call Gavin and drop him like a hot potato. Until then, he's my client, and don't you ever contact him without my knowledge again.
Am I interrupting?
Not really.
Good, because I happen to have walked in on a conversation last night that made me want to have a conversation with you.
I'm listening.
This thing between you and Alex is coming to a head. Because Harvey and Lewis want Alex to be the next named partner, and Robert doesn't.
Skip the preamble, Donna. What's on your mind?
I don't suppose it would do any good to ask you to let this thing go and let Alex go up there first?
I don't believe it.
Believe what?
That Harvey doesn't have the balls to come in here and ask me that himself. Instead, he sent you.
He didn't send anybody. I'm here on my own.
Well, then you may have internalized the patriarchal system here, but I have not.
I haven't internalized anything. I told you I'm not here at the behest of any man. I'm here on my own, woman to woman, asking you to take the long view and wait.
I'm sure you think that's true, Donna, but did it occur to you to ask Alex to step down before you came to me? Because that's what I mean by patriarchy.
Well, I did think to ask Alex, and I chose to ask you. And I did that because it comes down to who the promise was made to first, not the gender of the person it was made to.
And what's to stop them from changing their minds before it's my turn? Because they're not going to put a second name up there for at least another year.
What if they put it in writing? You're a lawyer, you make it airtight.
You really make a person get to the bottom of what's inside of them, don't you?
What do you mean?
I mean, when you put it that way, it's not about them changing their minds or it taking too long or even Robert getting hit by a bus. The truth is, I'm not backing down because I think I'm better than Alex Williams. And I'm not going to say that I'm not.
Then I respect your decision. Good night, Samantha.